see, can you see reference? I'm out here by the road. These are the trees out by the barn. It is still stinking. So this is the tree that was on fire the other night. It hollowed that thing out. I mean, there wasn't much to it anyway, but burned it. Oh, and then there's another one over here that also all burned up. So thankfully the firefighters came back out the other night after the winds picked up and put this out, because I was concerned that it was gonna keep going down the road or over to the field. I didn't realize to think about it at the moment. I was probably in a panic state, but once they came, they said, oh, you don't have to worry about the field, because the wind was coming from the north, and so if this would have kept going and got out of control, then it actually would have went that direction, back towards the barn and towards our field. So I didn't have to worry about it spreading to the neighbors, but it was just a lot going on all at once. So many spot fires. I think we had 6 together. And there's the barn, still smoking. The wind's picking up today, this morning.
Not really hot, but hot. But yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh, that is definitely still smoking. There's heat and it stinks. We've got the digger here today. They're pushing in the basement, filling it up so we don't have a scary hole for somebody to fall into accidentally, any sort of liability. And so be nice smooth ground. I'm hoping that a chicken coop will be able to go there, and the garden. So pretty crazy. I still can't wrap my head around that there used to be a house behind me, and just crazy, all happening very fast. So he is plowing in the cistern that was right there. Let's see, this pile right here, that's where the cistern is. It's like a good 20-foot hole. We put a wooden pole in it, just so that it would be more visible, so nobody would fall in there. But that was very dangerous because it had several feet of water in the bottom of it. So that's being filled in, and then the basement. Some of the stuff he's hauling out, taking out, back out to the burn pile, starting all over with our burn pile. Gonna fill it back up again, I'm sure, and we'll have to burn it again down the road. But so some of the stuff he's taking out, the rest will just stay in there and pile dirt on top of it, bury it on down. Oh, you can hear the water. You can hear the water down there splashing. Water level. Walked away and I missed it. The water came out of the cistern. You can see it all over the ground. So this is the lilac bush that at 8 o'clock last night, the kids and I were in the dark, scrambling to try and dig with shovels and put the fire out that was in this. It had started on fire during the day, and then from what we could tell it was all out, but then once it got dark and the wind came up, the sky started going again. into, let's see, so here's was the big hill. This was the grave here that was large and empty, and we filled that in about halfway, and the pile next to it was what they had dug out to make that hole. Anyway, he's eating into it. It's like Latin. Dumb cat. Oh. Don't know who he is. Somebody dropped him off. And he just follows you around. Yeah, so this barn, this side all, none of that burned, which is it's our fault because we didn't push it in to the rest of this. There was so much going on the other day that we didn't get to focus on this section of the barn and make sure that it got ignited and all that. So, which is fine. We'll clean it up, push it all together, and probably burn it again. It should be small enough that we could handle it on our own. Woo! Okay. That was soft there. My shoe just went through. It should be small enough, and we wait till there's snow around and we can be able to handle it ourselves and not have to bug the firemen again. Okay, so I dug a hole and discovered that this isn't a solid cement foundation like we thought it was. It only has footings, walls that go around the edge, and the center is just dirt, at least as far as I could dig down. So I'm going to try and I've moved some of there's like barn door rails that were over here. My hands are dirty. Move them over off to the side. I've got this fence post right here that I am working on moving off to the side, because then the big bulldozer that's coming down the road right there, he can come over here, woo, and break up this foundation for us, because it's a little solid for the tractor, a little too solid for the tractor. And I'm guessing that if this whole section is dirt, it's probably some good dirt with ash on there, with old aged manure. It'll be perfect for a garden. So clean it up, move this fence. Okay, got that done. Fence moved off to the side. They are over there digging up the old horse barn foundation. So I've been pulling lumber and tin away from this foundation because the bulldozer is going to come through and break up this foundation here and pick up that big chunk of cement, because it's a little bigger than what the tractor can handle. So, oh, a little winded. So yeah, I picked up all of, let's see, there we go, all of those items, slid them over. They are super heavy. Like, I think that's, good metal with multiple coats of paint on it, because they were really heavy. And then I've been taking the magnet and going through and picking up the thousands of nails. This was an empty bucket when I started a couple minutes ago. So every time I go, you can just hear it picks up a bunch. And I'm sure I could be here all day and not get them all. It works. 15 minutes of work and I got about a third of the bucket full, and it feels heavy. There's still 3 or 4 times that much over there, but I'm going to go check on the loader. Okay, I'm back out here by the second barn. The bulldozers have finished coming through here. Payloader. bulldozer, whatever. Anyway, they have finished coming through. We asked that they just break up the, it's not a full foundation, but the footings that were all along the edge to make it easier for the tractor to pick them all up, or for us to hand load them into the tractor. So they've done that. So we'll have to come through on a nice day. Hopefully we have a decent winter day. Today is cold. My nose is running. My hands are cold because I forgot my gloves. It's hard to see much else. Burn pile is out there, also smoldering. The second barn is there, and I think I can see some smoldering going on there too. So maybe it is still, slowly breaking things down. But anyway, moon is out, sun is going down, so good night.